we need to discuss some of the insidious things that are being put in these pro-birth, forced birth laws that people are not talking about, and the implications are frightening. And that is, at the very least, both the Texas and Georgia laws include that they could charge the woman if she goes to a different state to get abortion.
Oh, really?
Where it's legal. And it can charge anybody assisting her to go to a different state with conspiracy to commit murder.
Whoa.
Make no mistake about this. These laws literally make women the property of the state. I've had discussions with people of, well, how would this be enforced? Real easy. Don't let women leave the state without a pregnancy test.
Wow.
Yeah, there's, these are even more horrific. Also, if a woman is charged with, if she has a miscarriage, she can be charged with a felony, right, even if it's something as mundanely as having alcohol. Well, women don't always know when they're pregnant.
Right.
How do you force these laws? Real simple. Make it illegal for any woman of childbearing age, make it illegal for them to drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, take medications.
Play soccer.
Go horseback riding.
Yeah, all these things can cause miscarriages early on in a pregnancy. I mean, it's, wow.
And literally, this is turning women into chattel.
Yeah.
You want this? You want us to know what Saudi Arabia looks like? This is it.
Yep. Yeah.
And we're allowing, and people are like, well, the Supreme Court will overturn it because it's unconstitutional. No offense, I have absolutely zero confidence in the Supreme Court.
Well, that was the whole point of getting Kavanaugh and Gorsuch on there, is, they're both anti-abortion Catholics.
And 100 Trump-appointed judges, federal judges.
Yeah.
You all think the courts are going to overturn these laws? You're sadly mistaken.
Right. Trump has appointed more federal judges now in 2.5 years than any other president in the history of the United States throughout their entire term.
But people need to wake up about this. But pretty soon these laws go through, women's lives will be totally under the thumb of these states.
Yeah. And this is Mike Pence's dream. I mean, this is, Handmaid's Tale. This is, Mike Pence, our vice president, who refuses to be alone with a woman in a room or have dinner alone with a woman who's not his wife. He calls his wife mother. There's a weird mentality here, Margie, that objectifies.
It's not weird. This has been going on. I've read extensively. This is their game plan. Yeah. It has been for over 40 years, and it's finally come into fruition, and that's why they're willing to put up with Trump, because they knew, because of the courts.
Yeah, and you look back at the anti-abortion movement, the Randall Terrys of the world, and most of them were men, the people leading this crusade. And also, some of these laws, Margie, outlaw hormone birth control, because
all of them do.
Wow.
All of them do.
So
take a look at the Ohio law.
Right. So
the Ohio law that they're trying to push through mandates that if a woman has an ectopic pregnancy, she can go to the hospital and have it moved, the embryo transplanted into her uterus.
Which is not a thing, by the way.
It's scientifically impossible.
Exactly. It's not a thing. It doesn't exist. It doesn't happen. It's impossible.
But if a woman has an ectopic pregnancy, that's the only way she can get medical treatment.
Right.
And it doesn't.
And otherwise she dies, right? You die from an ectopic pregnancy. This not terminated. That's a pregnancy that happens in the fallopian tubes.
I will never forget the bishop who said, excommunicated a nun who authorized an abortion for a woman who was going to die.
Yeah.
And his response was, well, sometimes the woman dies.
Right. Yeah.
They don't care about women's lives.
This is the ugliest face of patriarchy, in my opinion. And of authoritarianism, by the way. You know, Hitler outlawed abortion. Mussolini outlawed abortion.
Ceausescu.
Oh God, yes. I mean, you know, and then when all these babies were born in Ceausescu's, what is it, Albania? No, what was the country?
Romania.
Romania, thank you. When the babies were born, they didn't know what to do with them, and so they had these giant, you know, kind of like barns that they put them in, and nobody touched them for years, and these children grew up, you know, psychologically and emotionally stunted in ways that were deep and profound and unrecoverable. And
I know one of those children. Some friends of mine, after Ceausescu was kicked out of office and
murdered by his own people, by the way.
They adopted one of those Romanian children.
Uh-huh.
I know her.
Yeah.
And
it's got to be tough.
Yeah. This is what we're looking at.
Mm. Yeah. And this is a classic dimension of male-run authoritarianism. And I think one of the reasons why these male autocrats, it wouldn't surprise me to see Duterte doing this in the Philippines or Erdogan in Turkey. I mean, I don't know specifically, but this kind of thing. I think that one of the reasons they do this is to diminish the power of women in such a dramatic fashion that women can't, you know, by and large, don't end up in governance positions. Because they would moderate the autocratic impulses of these testosterone-crazed men. It's maybe an out there theory, but I don't know. Margie, thank you for the call.
I don't know, but I am terrified.